And he has big sharp claws, and believe me, he can pinch. I know, because I've been pinched before by him. This is a boy.
Like a crab.
Like a crab, that's a crayfish. There's a difference. Now we have something that's a beautiful, beautiful, tiny, tiny little animal. These are tiny little salamanders. They belong, this is called a red F, and one just hatched out. He's so tiny you can barely see it. That's a salamander called a red F. Now this is one salamander. I'm holding it because I know how to hold it, but it has very poisonous skin. It's very slow for a salamander because it doesn't have to be fast. Almost nothing's going to eat it. Why? What did I just say? Because it is poisonous. Very good. It has poison in its skin. Sometimes kids hold them, and then they touch their eye, and they can transfer the poison to their eye. That's why this one is off limits. They're beautiful. And the kids always want to hold them. That's why they're off limits. Now, what's neat is when they get older, and they're on land, they're called an F at that stage. When they get older, they change their shape, and they go in the water. This is an adult. Now it's called a newt. UWT. Look at how thick the tail is. Does anybody know why his tail's so big? What's he doing with his tail? He's doing it right now. He's in water, he's beating, and to help him move, to swim. Very good. This is called a newt, eastern or spotted newt. They're both very poisonous, and they warn their enemies that they're poisonous because they have little sickles on the side. Looks like little airplane windows. Both the F stage and the adult newt. Now, I'll do it at my own way. This animal right here, now notice I'm wetting my hand. That's because this is a rather large, what kind of salamander? Spotted salamander. How do you know? He came early. And he remembers. The spotted salamander, although you may not see it very much, it's fairly common. The numbers are going down because some scientists believe copper is getting into the breeding pools. They don't know where it's coming from, but it seems to slow them down, so predators are eating it. But the spotted salamander, now see, she's pretty big. But let me show you the eggs she laid. And see if you can figure this out. That's called a spotted salamander. She's big. Now I have to wet my hand so I don't dry her skin out. She laid eggs. Let me show you the eggs she laid. Here's the eggs she laid. All of these. How could she lay eggs that are much, much bigger than her body? Adults? Anybody? Yeah. They absorb water. Brilliant. Oh, he was here before. They absorb water. So that's why she can lay a mass, usually a couple hundred eggs. And what's neat is sometimes they turn green. They turn green because they have a special thing called algae in it that helps make oxygen to keep them alive. See how they're kind of greenish colored? And the one is white. Sometimes they're white. And people used to think it had a fungus and they were going to die. Apparently it's okay. That was good. You noticed it was white. Those are the eggs from the spotted salamander. That was cool. We won't get to the turtles. It's too noisy. That's one of my favorites. This one will have to be very, very careful with it. Two different times. One, because it crawls up to the top and it's always ready to jump out. Simply put the lid on, I think. There he is. This one up at the top is called a long-tailed salamander, and it used to have a really long tail, so it broke off when I was trying to catch it last fall. Going to the back, it'll be about twice the length of its body. Supposedly not found around here, but I know they're here. Some of the books say they're not here. This one is a very delicate one. I don't let kids hold this anymore. It has no lungs. It breathes through its skin. It's called a red Isn't that beautiful stuff? This reptile, it's kind of an orangish red with black dots on it. I have to keep my hands really wet so I don't eat it pretty. These are found in very, very cold springs that come out of the ground. The water comes out of the ground. And they don't have any lungs. They breathe through their skin and through the lining of their mouth. He likes to climb. He goes again. Yep. Okay. Now, I forgot this in the last group. This is cool. This little tiny frog I'm going to take out, sometimes he gets scared and he makes little scream noises. And he's very jumpy. Now listen, if he jumps, don't move because you can squish it. He won't hurt you. He won't even bite you.
I'm afraid of frogs.
This little tiny frog, this little tiny frog is called a wood frog. He'll get about 3 times this big. Wood, as in W-O-O-D, wood. The wood frog is so neat. Parents, I love this part. This frog doesn't bury down under the mud in the ponds in the winter like most frogs do. He just goes over some leaves. And you know what happens? It gets so cold, his body freezes solid. Turns into a frog sickle. No. On a piece of board, it's just solid. You think he's dead? No, he's not dead. Because in the winter, his body produces, this is about glucose. In the cells, it's like an antifreeze. No. So the extracellular space freezes but his body. And then he goes away hopping again. He can live even in our furthest state when there's way, way up on the, have you ever heard of Canada? He can live farther away than Canada. He can live in Alaska because their body doesn't freeze. Our fisherman is all that. And yet he's still alive. What? Can he live in the North Pole? Close. Not quite there. Oh, here we go. Now I have to warn Elvis the singing toad first, so it's this is Elvis the singing toad. He's cold-blooded. Have to warm him up. But when I warm him up, he starts to sing and I rub his belly. Toads are neat little animals and they won't hurt us, but never next to us. Can you hear it? He's singing. Elvis the singing toad belongs to a group of toads called American toads. They have little bumps on their back, which we call warts, which I don't think is a good idea, because then people think you get warts from toads. You don't get warts from toads. They won't give you warts. Now, watch Elvis when I touch his eyes. Can you see his eyes go down? They go down deep inside his head. The adults. Why do the eyes go deep inside the head?